Bonjour, family, friends, all watching. It is day Quatre. Today, we are in Cannes, France. Off to meet for the next excursion in Cannes. So we just got in, Norwegian Epic just dropped anchor in Cannes. We can't dock at the port, so we're gonna have a tender come out and pick us up. I'm gonna show you as much as I can. I'm not sure if where I can film at. Next time you might see me, I'll be on the tender. It looks like we got a pretty good sized boat going over. Other groups, looks like they lowered the shuttlecrafts or lifeboats. I like to joke, call them shuttlecrafts. They look like them, I think. It's like they're lowering those for the other groups going to Cannes. Yeah.
They've got like straps on them over there.
It's like cables on them.
So I guess I got like little winches on them and they just lower them down?
Yep. Yeah, see it? Like right there? That little thing on the, it looks like a hook.
Yeah.
It locks into that and just drops down, I think. Oh, maybe.
Church, maybe?
I don't know. I don't know what that is. Fascinating. And away we go. Oh, you can see all the yachts parked over there. That's cool. houses. What is it? Oh yeah. Got Legos for rocks. That's awesome.
El arbolito.
Yachts. Sail yachts. Alright, looks like we're entering right here. Off the tender, ready to see cons.
It looks like we have quite a few buses in front of us. See, they're passing us. So, as we'll be leaving that so beautiful park, you see that big white square building, everybody? Couldn't hear me, please raise your hand if that's the case. Hey, everybody good? No, I'll raise your hand so I know how many. Entrance of the highway onto me. You will see some of them. So, get ready. They will be on your right. You're gonna have to do some gymnastic there, turning right. They will be up from us. And the very first one will be as soon as we enter the fast lane, right after that traffic light. You will see up from us on the right a yellow house with green shutters, with half open windows, half closed ones, with wrought iron balconies and everything on that yellow facade. But one window is a painting. That's what we call a trompe-l'œil, which means that it fools your eye. Because when you look at it like this, depending on the light, you really feel like everything is real. Okay? So you'll see it for about 3 seconds and a half. Have a look front right, up from us.
There we go. Yep.
And keep on looking, you see how well done it is. See what a beautiful job? And now keep on looking. You're gonna see Buster Kitten watching you. Just by the traffic light, he's Gérard Philippe. Here he comes. On the right, here is right now. And the very last one, we'll see which is my favorite, is a huge one. That's really the biggest one. And that one is a fresco in black and white representing Marilyn Monroe, whom I remind you died in 1962 at the age of 36. So for the ones in the eyes and now the whole face, for all the others who are not so lucky, be prepared to turn right as we turn left. That's the most beautiful one, that one. Look on your right. Bump, right now. Make it fast, make it fast. You're gonna see 2 beautiful buildings with the statues of women holding the balconies. And now it's time for me to tell you a little bit about the film festival. The film festival is on every year during 11 days, mid-May. And the last Saturday of May, they give the award to a movie, one of the 21 movies competing, and a movie producer. This year was given to a French movie producer called Justine Trier for a movie called Anatomy of a Fall. So we're quite happy this year. We've been waiting for that award for quite a few years, of course. Last year was given to a Swedish movie producer called Osland for a movie that some of you may have seen, which is The Triangle of Sadness, which got the Palme d'Or, which is the name of the award we give every year to a movie and a movie producer. Osland has been the president of the jury this year, but we always have had famous presidents of the jury. We've been having, for instance, Sean Penn, Clint Eastwood, Robert De Niro, Francis Ford Coppola, Pedro Almodovar, Quentin Tarantino, and quite a few others which I forget. Always famous ones. If one day you wish to attend the film festival, make sure you have an invitation. No invitation, no way to see any of the movies. Formerly, until 1975, anybody could attend the film festival, and the best seats were saved for the people from Cannes. So, a few years ago, the people from Cannes started to complain, saying they only had the bad points at the film festival. So I'm gonna ride before I keep on telling you about my story to see that beautiful building with arches. It looks like a cloister, but that's no religious building at all. That's a public high school. Look how beautiful it is. So, to finish my story, as they were complaining, they said they had no good points at the film festival. But they forgot a little detail. They forgot the money that brings the film festival every year to the city. For a small city of 72,000 people like Cannes, last year, 197 million euros of benefits. So about $200 million. Not that bad, isn't it? Anyway, to please them, they decided to organize a special night only for the people from Cannes and only by invitation. So nowadays, each time the film festival is over, they have a projection of the movie which got the award only for them. Well, the story doesn't say if they're happy now or not. Probably not, but they've got it. Wonderful. So let me count. Everything back. Wow. You're just perfect. I started to count. But I prefer to have two more than two less, okay? So that's okay. A liter, knowing that you need 4.5 liters for a gallon, which makes a price at about $9 a gallon. Yes, and now you understand why we walk so much. Yeah, that's a whole different story. And why people see for once we have a good reason to complain. And of course we do. So now here we go, entering the highway 88, the Provençal highway. And please now be ready to have a look down on your right. They're going to start to see with a little sunshine. Look, how wonderful. See, my phone call has been efficient. I hope you appreciate. Have a look down. On the right, you're gonna overview the whole Bay of Quatre. You're gonna see your ship. I mean, supposedly. We never know for sure, you know. And the two Lawrence Islands that you've been seeing already from your ship. Well, we have two of those islands which we call the Lawrence Islands. So the smallest one, furthest one, is what we call the Saint Antoine Island, belonging to Cistercian Fathers. And the biggest one, close to the shore, is what we call the Sainte Marguerite Island, with at the edge of it a huge building which is a fortress dating back to the 17th century. And you may have noticed from your ship or from the tender. In that fortress we have a jail which has been used and built especially for the famous white pyramids, which we call Marina Bay des Anges, that is Marina Angels Bay. Those ones are like high luxury residences, was started in 1970, finished in 1993. And they've been listed as architecture of the 20th century because of the original design of those buildings, representing waves or sails of a boat, as the architect Monaco wanted it. But we cannot say that the people around here love them. Actually, they consider it as the worst thing we've ever done. Honestly, just like I say always, it's not the worst we've done, which can be seen from very far away. You're gonna see them again. So, be ready to have a look on your right. Have a look. Right now. And that's it, we're passing the bus. So, just like I said, we've done way worse than the marinas. We're now at the level of Quatre, little town of about 52,000 people, so Cagenes. Now, so cobblestone streets, quite steep. Look at the traffic jam. Good forest, that's not on our side. Looks like it starts in east. So the fortress of Esfeld. And now here comes the Vault River. With almost no water. That's why we're expecting so much to rain. Look, the water should go from one side of the river to the other, from one bank to the other. We're 70%, we were 70% down to normal level for the third year in a row before the peak season started, knowing that the whole region, the population of the whole region in the peak season triples. So bye-bye the highway. Nice, Côte d'Azur. The Côte d'Azur is the blue coast, referring to that so beautiful blue sky that you can see today. And the so beautiful sea, blue sea that we'll see also. Until COVID, that airport was the third major one we had in France, right right after the two ones in Paris, with 14 million passengers a year. Well, actually, I must confess that what made us so proud to be third after Paris was not the fact of being third after Paris, but much more the fact of being third before Marseille. That was much more important for us, you know. We have kind of a, how would I say, small competition between both cities. And if you look on your left, here is another pyramid. That one is called the Green Diamond, and that's actually a giant greenhouse with inside a reconstitution of 7 different climates, with each time the typical vegetation. And we're now on the famous Promenade des Anglais, English Walk. So if we call it that way, it's for 2 reasons. The first one is because it was made thanks to an English preacher, Lewis Way, back in 1824, to provide work to the population of Nice, who was then very poor and unemployed. It's because of the first tourists that were built having here from the years 1820, mostly belonging to the British aristocracy. Those people would always come on winter vacations. They would usually arrive in the month of December, would leave in the month of April, when the sun was getting a little too warm. And those people would never go to the beaches to have a swim, to get suntan. Having a very white skin was essential to them. First, because they considered it as something beautiful. So you see how the fashions change from a century to another. But most of all, that was also a way for them to show to everybody else to which social category they were belonging. Back in the 19th century, the only ones who could keep a very white skin were, of course, those who had lots of money, who didn't have a very tough life, didn't have to work hard in the countryside or so. And even though they didn't like the season. And look at our beautiful, fine, sandy beaches. I heard you laughing. I heard you. Don't you criticize our wonderful, fine, sandy beaches, okay? Well, seriously speaking, you know, that's the normal beaches, the natural beaches we have here. Because of the Var River, the proximity of the Var River and the Alps. If you wish to have sandy beaches, you have to make your way from Antibes to Cannes and a few ones in Monaco. And all the rest, that's just pebbles, pebbles and pebbles. They tell us it's much better for our health, but I tell you, it hurts when you walk on those. And it's very slippery. For sale, because we have quite a few for sale here. Never buy on the Promenade des Anglais, honestly. First of all, it's usually stuck with traffic jams. Look at that one. Traffic jams, they're crazy. So pollution, noise, you wouldn't be able to enjoy your balconies and your bedroom price. So honestly, that's not a good idea to buy here. Look at that one is burning up to the left. And look on your left to see that little one with a pink and yellow dome and a statue of a lady holding the balcony. Look on your left, right now. So that one is dating back from the beginning of the 20th century. Such as the other one that we're gonna pass in a minute. Still on your left, yellow building. Which is the chapter of agriculture, made in 1901.
This one.
restored recently, unfortunately repainted in yellow instead of white, which that was much more beautiful in white. But well,
This one.
the guy who is supervising all the restoration of the old monuments is crazy about that color. So each time he restores one, we have the same color showing up. There will be time for him to change a little bit. And here is coming now the most famous, really iconic building we have here. That is the Hotel Negresco. Inaugurated in 1913, famous for its pink and green cupola, its white facade. And that hotel has been listed because of all the pieces of art you have inside, including in each bedroom. We've been having in that hotel that you're going to see on your left very famous people such as Hitchcock, Grace Kelly, Liz Taylor, Richard Burton, of course, the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, Michael Jackson, Picasso, Dali, and quite a few others, which I forget. And that suite, the royal suite, that would only cost you about $3,000 a night. Without breakfast, of course. Nothing compared to the Hotel de Paris on the Grand Casino Square in Monte Carlo. For the same suite, that will cost you $15,000 a night. Still without breakfast. Have a look at the polar bear front right. Temporary exhibition of Richard Olinsky. Now, you know, in that hotel, because it's so famous, lots of people have been wanting to buy it. But according to the owner, who died a few years ago, the best buying offer ever made has been made in the year 2000 by the so famous Bill Gates. He proposed her to buy the hotel, signing a blank check. She refused. Can you imagine? I would have accepted. Yeah, it's a beautiful one. And you know, anybody can go in the hall. You can have a drink, you know, not today, because today we're heading home. But you can have a drink, you know, in the salon de thé, and so that's pretty nice, obviously. And now we're gonna pass one of the two gambling casinos we have here, which is at the same time luxury hotel, counter, and gambling casino. The name is the Palais de la Méditerranée, that huge facade with two towers that you see front left. Art Deco listed facade dating back to the 1920s. That's that first of the two gambling casinos we have here. Nothing special, honestly, it's a very modern one. Here it is, coming now. Gambling Casino Rule on your left. If you keep on looking on your right, we're gonna pass some, the monument, commemorating the time when Nice became French for good in 1860. They voted it. That was a decision of the population. Look now. No fight, no annexion, just a vote. square Messina, main square of Nice. So I would like you to concentrate on the left side, have a rapid glance on the right to see the sun fountain with a statue of Apollo right in the middle. But the best side is really the left one. That's where you'll see statues on the top of some columns that we call the Buddhas, even though they have nothing to do with Buddhas. Actually, the real name is Conversation in Nice. And they were made by an artist, Catalan artist called Jaume Plensa in 2007. Each one of the statues you're going to see is lit up at night with a very in the 19th century. So look, fast glance at Apollo on the right, and most of all, Messina, okay? And the statues up the columns. Look, we'll have the red light just for you. Ladies, don't look at that Apollo. The people found it so shocking back in 1953. They said that the sculpture had to cut a little part of it, which I'll let you figure. So don't look. Look on the left, everybody. Jaume Plensa, the one who made the Buddhas, you know, that is the statues up the columns that you see on your left. Has been working all over the world, and in the States it did a few things there. The most famous one is the Crown Fountain, which is in Chicago, that some of you may know. That's a giant screen on which you see passing, one after the other, hundreds of faces of the inhabitants of Chicago. And once in a while, without warning, it spits water on the people. Which the people appreciate moderately, I would say. The gardens you see there on the left are what we call the Bayou Gardens. They're called after the river, which was running in the open air here. And that river was very dangerous. Each time we had big rains, it would flood, would kill people, rushing down from the mountain into the valley, into Nice. In 1860, as they had peaceful times, as they had enough money, they decided to cover it. And the gardens were rearranged. In the year 2013, so they're celebrating this year the 10th anniversary of that rearrangement of the gardens. They made different sections in those gardens, each time choosing blooming trees. So you have a section of Australia, section South Africa, right in the middle is the section Mediterranean trees. So you always have in some parts of the garden some blooming trees, whatever the time of the year. So that's very nice. Behind those walls on your right, we have the oldest part of dating mostly from the 16th to the 18th century, that is. That beautiful building on the other side of the gardens to the left with a bell tower, and if you keep on looking you'll see the rest of it, which is really something to see. It's also a high school, even though it doesn't look like one. Just like the one I've been showing you in Quatre, that's one dating back to the 1920s. So that's why if you keep on looking, you'll see it's so beautiful. The ones we built nowadays for our kids really look like cubes, unfortunately, nowadays. Really nice place to go to school. Well, I don't know if the kids like it better, to go to school because it looks that pretty, but now, if you look also on the right side, you'll see on some of the facades, look at the shutters. Those ones are typical from the ones we have here. Even though I don't understand why they've put it up like this. But you see that part, that's what we call the persienne in French. And the part of the shutters can be lifted up. So usually we do this when we have bright sunshine and hot temperatures in the old apartments. See, because we don't care too much for the air conditioning at home. honestly. We love it in supermarkets, public places, but not at home. So what we do when we have bright sunshine coming, which is not the case today, so honestly I don't know why they did it that way. We close the shutters. We open that lower part so that the light can come through, and we close the windows. And that keeps the freshness and coolness inside the apartment. Of course, that's not a fridge, but you see quite a few degrees of difference, and that's pretty nice. And it doesn't cost you a cent, which is also much nicer. But, I mean, they have to deliver things, so they didn't think of it before, did they? The MAMAC, that is Contemporary and Modern Art Museum, which has been on since 6 months now. Plenty of workers working, as you can tell. And that's why we usually have a delay of 6 months minimum. As we're going to turn and pass the former convention center, which they're demolishing ahead of us. So on your left, look, that cube on the neck. Look at it now. Then look at the big hall out there. Isn't that gorgeous? And now we're on our way to the Middle Cornish Road, Wagen Cornish. To make it from Nice on to Monaco and further on east on to Italy, we have 3 Cornish roads. First one, Cornish Road, by the way, is a road built at the edge of the cliff. Okay, so now you can guess what's expecting you. First one, Seaside Road, is what we call Basse Corniche, no altitude. Second one, the one we're going to take, Middle Cornish Road, we call it Moyenne Corniche. Average altitude, 1,200 feet high. Third one is what we call the Upper Cornish Road, Grande Corniche. Average altitude, 1,500 feet high. Average altitude, 1,600 feet high. We'll take it on the way back. Oh gee, we have one learning how to drive on our right. It's escape. Well, for the people on the left, we'll show you a few things also, okay? We don't want you to be jealous. So the first thing will be on the left, as we enter that Cornish road. In between the trees, in between the houses, you're gonna see a hill that we call the Big Mount, that is Monaco in front. And on it, you should be able to see, hopefully, not same color as the sky behind. White dome, white cupola. Alors, let's see. Oh, alors that's kind of lost behind the beautiful cloud. Behind that beautiful cloud that you see quite well, on the top of the hill, yeah, you see a little white one. So actually we have a little one that you can see. But the big one is hiding behind the cloud, okay? And the big one was made by 2 very famous artists. That one was made in 1887 by 2 very famous architects. First one being Eiffel, the one of the Eiffel Tower in Paris. Second one being Charles Garnier, architect of the Opera House in Paris, but also the oldest part of the Grand Casino in Monte Carlo and the Opera House there. So, have a look.
Not much difference.
Look, on your right, see the Angels Bay, the runways of the airport reclaimed on the sea. The Castle Hill, we call it that way because we had a fortress there. And that's the fortress which was exploded on the order of Louis XIV's king's son and king of France when he could take the control of the whole area. 1706. So I'll remind you the population of Nice. 346,000 people for Nice only, and over 450,000 for Nice and suburb. Usually you can see also way in the back the South Alps, but I guess that won't be for today. We're about an hour and a half drive from the skiing resorts of the South Alps. So that's why lots of people enjoy to live here. In the summertime they go to the beach, and in the wintertime they go skiing. That's why we call also that district where we are the Seaside Alps district. And now we're about to enter Villefranche, the next little town. Villefranche has been divided in two parts. It's built in two parts, just like all the little places we'll be passing on our way to S village. And oh yeah, it's raining. All the way to Monaco, so and to Italy. So that part that we're going to pass is just of the Mount Alban and was made by the Dukes of Savoy back in the 16th century to protect themselves from France, but also from the pirates' attacks. So how look on the right, up the hill, here it is, right now. So you have to know that from the Middle Ages times, and especially from the 8th to the 10th century, we had lots of pirates attacks around here on the coast. From the 8th to the 10th century, we had the Saracens coming from the Middle East and attacking all the coast. This all over the Mediterranean. 10th century we got rid of them, they rushed down to Spain, and then we started to have the Barbaresque also coming from the Middle East, and also mostly coming from Algeria and Tunisia. That was until the 18th century. So because of those dangers, people would live up in the mountain. And that's the case of that small village we'll see of Ez village, which is what we call a purged village. That way there will be on the very top of the mountain. Of course, that was so tough to make it there from the sea that the people, the pirates usually would attack Villefranche, and only Villefranche by the seaside and with much more money. We'll see the whole bay, so get your camera ready for the ones who are on the right, okay? You'll get 2 seconds and a half for the picture, so I'm gonna count down. 3, 2, 1, bum bum, right now. Make it fast, make it fast, make it fast, make it fast, make it fast. Fast, 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 tunnel, forget it. Right after the tunnel, right up, fast, and you know what? That's it. Okay, because the car drivers are about to kill us. We don't want that to happen. We need Florian, our driver. That's in front of, on the right, a little house on the side of the road. And we will see also, on the top of the hill.
And that's why you film everything and get Snapshots later.
Which was one of the vacation houses of the King Leopold II. 6 months later, though, he changed his mind. They don't want to buy anymore, but he wanted back his 10% deposit. The poor dear. They went on trying, and after 2 years of trying, they finally told him, "Gee, we're sorry for you guys, but you know what? You lose your money. That's the law." $20 for nothing. Isn't that a sad story? It is. Alors look everybody, down from us. That's the Cap Ferrat, Cape of the Billionaire. Keep on looking, we'll overview Beaulieu, the little town of Beaulieu. $5,000 inhabitants, but still they have their own gambling casino. Nothing to do, of course, with a Grand Casino of Monte Carlo, but well, you can lose your money just the same. Just like I said, S Village will be the shortest stop. Then we'll go down to the seaside, on to Monaco. So considering the weather, what I would like to propose you is to do together a tour of the village so that you can see the whole thing. And then leave the place to make it to more sunnier places, that is Monaco. Well, we'll see if we can find the way to the village first. Yeah, that's kind of cloudy, foggy, rainy. Where you can go. A little bit of white sky over there, clearing up. Yes, let's be optimistic. Okay, so look everybody. Yes, look. Wonderful. You see? Just like I said, microclimate.
This is okay. She said to stay on the red. Yeah, compared to the rocks, yeah.
เราหลบขบวนตัวนี้
No, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, that's my wife. Yeah.
Because it's not your girlfriend.
Then I'll be in trouble.
That's what I'm saying.
Amazing, huh?
All right. stand upside down here.
I have to put the roof on.
Be pretty rainy in this. Got it.
So this is where we need windshield wipers.
Yep. Got it. It's like Disney.
I don't know where she went.
Yeah, well,
I can't tell. This shows.
got it.
It's their mail's gonna get around.
Yep.
We should feel privileged. I can't do that anymore, so.
Yep.
Where's Carolyn? Oh, in front of us.
Behold.
What does that mean?
Just like our cats at home. Oh, wow.
No.
Oh.
Steps everywhere.
Wow. Look at the tomatoes.
Yeah.
Oh, there's on tomatoes. Oh, look at those are.
Ce ne-a cras corna. E potevi se non è giusto da dobbiamo. Ah, non c'è che ne dopo poco. Ai non
Ooh. Ooh. All these old doors are incredible. That's a staircase.
Don't take a long time.
por aqui.
Want to try to get a picture right here?
That's
French pizza.
There we go, fresh fruit and veggies.
The Iron Gate? Yeah. Nice French garage.
You're gonna see a hill, even though that for the people in the back that's gonna be much harder. But you'll see some buildings on that hill, and on the top you have a road. For the ones who will be in the back, remember that up those buildings you have the road I'm gonna tell you about. That's actually the place where the Princess Grace had the car accident. September 13th, 1982. Well, I'll give you the official, bless you. I'll give you the official version, okay? Because we have so many. We could write a book with those. So, according to the official version, Princess Grace was returning from the summer residence they had in the mountain on to Monaco. They said she was driving the car with, as a passenger, her youngest daughter Stephanie, who was then 17 years old. As she was driving, they said that she had a stroke, that she lost the control of the car, which fell in the garden of a villa. She was taken to the hospital, where she died the day after. She was then 52 years old. She had been married to Prince Rainier III since 18th and 19th of April, 1956. So we'll see them too. When we'll be inside the cathedral, or outside if it's closed, but there shouldn't be anything going on today. I will explain you also why. So, I'm gonna count down. Get ready for it. On the right. 3, 2, 1.5. 1, ta-town, 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 right now. Make it fast, make it fast, make it fast, make it fast. Make it fast, make it fast, make it fast, make it fast. Fast, 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 almost over. Fast, fast, fast. That's it. Too late. Too late, too late, too late. Don't insist. Bye-bye, fun. Welcome to Monaco, everybody. So, here we go now. And now, please, look with lots of attention on the top of the tunnel. Look, 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 look. Look. Okay, welcome back to France, everybody. We hope you had a very nice tour of Monaco. Well, I know that was a little short. Okay, we're gonna do something video, okay? We'll go back, we'll go back. So for now, let me tell you about the population and the geography to finish about it. So I told you, first section, Fontvieille, and we're close to that. Then you have also about 8,500 Italian people. Italy's quite close from here, half an hour drive, and you're there. The rest of the population comes from about 130 different countries from all over the world. For that number of people, Monaco is considered as one of the safest states of the world. So have a nice movie star smile for the policeman who looks so bored. Very tough police, very tough laws. Over 500 policemen for that number of inhabitants. That is roughly one for each 80 inhabitants. Very sophisticated system of security cameras everywhere you go in Monaco. In the main crossroads, in the halls, in the elevators. Will be watching you. And of course, remember that if you do anything wrong, I don't know you anymore. Logical, whom they call the ecologist one. Is reigning since the death of his father, April 2005. Got married 1st and 2nd of July 2011 with Charlene Wetstock, ex-South African Olympic swimmer. She will be this year 45, well, she is now 45. He is now 65. And since December 10th, 2014, they have twins. Jacques, the boy, who will be the new heir of Monaco, and Gabriella, the girl. So now be ready to have a look. On your left, we're going to pass very proudly. Oh yes.
The yacht yard.
So on to the left, we're going to pass very proudly in front of the Seafront Avenue. That's part of the circuit, which is temporary and which they put on each year. Okay, a month to get everything ready, about 15 days to get rid of everything, grandstands, safety rails when it's over. Then don't take pictures now. When you'll be on the Princess Power Square, you'll get all that panorama at your feet without any reflections on the windows, and so that class will be walking so that you'll be able to get maximum time, but having all the explanations also. You will be able to leave things in the bus, no problem. The bus will be locked. As they said that we're gonna have pouring rain, we'll meet again at the bus again. And then we'll finish Princess Power Square, and then free time. Time for lunch, time for souvenirs.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Those boxes are amazing. Oh wow, the view. Sounds like Golden Oaks, Disney.
$100,000 for a closet. And you'll have one door which will go to the step.
Eu care am probleme cu picioarele, asta e de... little, but
How these things fit is incredible.
lots of vegetable oil.
Yeah. These are some experienced drivers. This is where Formula One happens.
This, he found a solution. Flag up and so nobody knows anymore. That's the whole panorama that has been passing so proudly. And you see quite well Monte Carlo, FPTO, facing you on the other side of the border. It's two really couples that are trying to see.
Now that's my kind of shirt. Yep. That's funny. Princess Security. Ooh.
I won't do that to you today. You had enough with the rain, okay? So have a look, left and right. Down on the ground, you see the positions of the cars. Up to 30 cars this year. I remind you the race is held last Sunday of May after 3 days of trying. They start from the pole position and the starting line that we're going to come to. And when you see those flags up to the left, that's where they put the tribune of the prince. So now, here is Florian, the first famous race driver, doing the pole position and the starting line for you. 3, 2, 1, go. Anybody to push? That's the automatic passing. You know? So look, ACM of Monaco, Automobile Club of Monaco on your left. The cars start from here. Then they take a very steep street, which we're gonna leave on our left. To make it straight into the Grand Casino Square, which they cross. Then they come back down, passing under a tunnel, at the entrance of which we'll be stopping, and in which they get up to a maximum speed of 308 kilometers per hour. That is 190 miles per hour. Come back at the edge of the port just like that car you see down from us. Start it all over again from the same place for 78 laps. And if you look on your right, you see the rock where we were. So you see the two hills face each other. You see the two towers of the cathedral. You see the Princess Palace with a flag on the top. So now we're going to make it to the entrance of the tunnel. Alors here we have to count as if we would have traffic, because we don't know what the traffic is going to be like. That is, we'll be leaving from the same place at exactly 4 o'clock. Okay, 4 o'clock, entrance of the tunnel, where Florian is going to leave us, is the place we leave from. Please be very sharp on time, they don't let us wait. The new yacht club of Monaco, look, it looks like a steamboat on the Mississippi River, made by the genius British architect Norman Foster. And now we're gonna go back. Alors, if it's not raining when you come back, no need to come back 20 minutes before, but please be there 1 or 2 minutes before time, okay?
Remember when I told you of the Quatre de Paris? Main entrance there on the Grand Casino. And the street we're going to go to is the street, is the street that the cars take on their way up to the Grand Casino. So you see it's pretty close. We're going to climb those steps, turn around, right? And make it to the Grand Casino Square. So what's that? Look, remember that beautiful pine tree on the way down. That pine tree will indicate you which stairs you have to take, because it's just like
Stairs. Oh! That was very nice. Yes. Fences. Do I get a passport out?
Well, in the church, rather than people
I didn't want to wear hats in here. Sneak it in.
And what I'm proposing you, you go to the camera installation, you enter that entrance hall, and that's actually the side. Very small. On that side, musicians play music. On that side, gathering table, and that's it. That's very high interesting table. Each time you see more, it's guilty. You never have plastic, or anything like this. Always the best of it. The more you say, the more you say, except only one is is a model. Not because they can have the money, but because the so much more that it's perfect from that one it's been about 5 years. I come here I've never windows that you know what kind of is usually. You never have this now. Last thing is that's one of the scenes, one of the places where the shots James Bond scenes with Kid Basinger dancing tango with some country right in the middle and that would right back. Watch that from the top with a smile. So here in the corner I want to show you the rest.
Maybe now we get coffee. So yes, very strict dress code at the Monte Carlo casino. Dang, BMWs here are like Hondas in our.
There's all the shops.
Oh yeah.
What time do we have?
The life of the rich and famous. No. We're so coming back here. Ooh. Die. I love the sound of sirens. I think it is. Attempting for copy. Oh. Yeah. Whoa. Is he wearing one of those dresses? That's the hotel too, it looks like. Yeah. Are we back down to where we came in? I think we are. Ooh.
Pretty much everywhere, so we're just hanging out around here.
Yeah. Oh, wow. This might be a good picture. Spot for a picture too. Yep. Oh. This thing right here. Yacht. It's time to head back to the Epic. Another storm's rolling in. Still a fun day in Monaco, Monaco and
So remember, I've showed you the painting of Saint Devot in the church, in the cathedral. So they say that the two colors of the flag of Monaco, calm, pureness, and virginity. So they chose the white color as first color of the flag. And she had stains of blood all over. So they chose the red color as second color of the flag. Red and white, the two colors of Saint Devot, the two colors of the flag of Monaco. And now, and for the last time, you know the whole story. So, I told you that here you have no income taxes, no property taxes. Yes, did I? No, I didn't. So, no income taxes, no property taxes, except for the French people living here, the American people living here, and the Italian people living here, who have to pay for the three of them income taxes to their own country, as if they were living there. For all the others, nothing to pay. But if you decide to settle down here, and after a few years to come back home, be careful. Your government may ask you to pay all what you didn't pay during those years. So careful. So, what do you think the income of Monaco come from? Because as you've been noticing it, there's quite a lot of money here. Tourism is a good answer, 25%. Fishing? No, fishing would be inside tourism. I mean, fishing, yeah. I think, no, fishing, not on that branch of the economy, no. Fishing would be just for fun, you know. So, we have, I'll tell you, we have the trade, that's the big part. The shops, the real estate, the boutiques, tool companies which make lots of money selling meat international way on computers, no cattle here. Represented last year 40% of the total income of Monaco. Tourism 25%. Then the banking 15% for 15 international banks here for a population, I'll remind you, of 39,000 people, plus companies ruling your money. Look, we're about to leave Monaco. Look at the very top. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Now, bye-bye Monaco. Welcome back to France, everybody. So now, the rest, 3 to 5% comes from the gambling. The gambling from 1863, time when the gambling casino was made, until World War II, would represent then 95% of the total income of Monaco. Nowadays, only 3 to 5%. Talking of the government, as you have no income taxes, no property taxes, the income of pillars on the very top. Then on the left, we'll see again the pyramids of Marina and Charles Bay. Then we'll pass the Tour of Antibes. Then we'll overview the Bay of Cannes.
Porsches. Oh,
We'll leave it to make it back to
a whole lot of
downtown
Porsches.
and to the seaside, to the parking where we started from this morning. So as you know already all what there is to know about those little places, I'm gonna try to keep quiet a little bit so that you're able to rest because you deserve it. So that's if you're lucky enough, of course. Then I will only wake you up when we come to camp. If you're not that lucky, I may wake you up within 10 minutes or no. ship is still there waiting for you. Okay. So you've seen the villager standing for the victory of Churchill is a monument commemorating the D-Day of Provence, which took place on the 15th of August in some beaches of the Esterel, those mountains that you've seen in the Bay of Cannes. And also the all the southwest onto Toulon. Spend our life in the casinos. So actually, well, that's the same, you know, as a normal casino. That is, you enter, you have money. You leave, you have no money. But in that case, you have something in your hands. That's the big difference, you know. Well, even though today we have some winners, so that's good. And now look everyone, we're about to enter Quatre. So the name Quatre comes from Cana, which means in Latin, reeds. Because formerly, until the 19th century time when we started to have tourism in Cannes, and especially again the British aristocracy, we had sandy beaches with reeds, and that was it. It's because the Croisette, the Siphon Avenue, wasn't made yet. We had also a part which was made of swamps. And the first medieval town, and since the Roman times, by the way, was called Castrum Canois, which meant the fortress of the reeds. There was the part that you've seen already from the tender, from your ship, with the two towers of hill from Cannes. So now we're almost there. As we're gonna go down, I would like you to see a beautiful tree which we have right in the middle of the roundabout, which is the kind of trees you would find everywhere in France formerly, but you don't find anymore. That tree is what we call a platane plane tree, same family as sycamore tree. Most of them dying from fungus which touches them since quite a few years, since World War II actually. And as we don't know how to cure it, nobody knows, by the way, whatever the country, little by little, we have to cut them. Otherwise they fall over the people. So that one is just perfect. Old and worthy. I mean, not worthy, healthy, which is a little different. So now to finish that way down, we take that part which is called the Rio, which means little river, as we have plenty of little rivers coming down the hills onto the sea. So most of them have been covered when they made the roads and so on. Okay, we're almost down the hill. And before we make it back to the seaside, that is within 2 minutes and a half, before we make it back to the parking, which is 3 minutes and a half, I would like you to have a look at the last painted wall that we have here, which you didn't get a chance to see yet, and which is a beautiful one, representing Charlie Chaplin and the kid. So, once we pass the next traffic light, as we turn left, you have to turn on your left and look up. And you'll see the big wall, that fresco, representing Marilyn, Charlie Chaplin and the kid. Be ready to look on your left. So, here we go. Start looking on the left, right now. On the left, yes.
There we go.
Okay, everybody get set? Okay. And now, for the last time, at the first night, at the yellow house, Trompe-l'œil. Remember all the painted facade. Complete. So, now you set it up. Ready to have a look at your ship. Waiting for you, smoking already, but don't worry. There's still a few buses behind us. Okay. will leave you again to get the tickets so that we can make it. Those machines have been made obviously by a car driver, not a bus driver. So no way for the bus drivers to get that ticket, it's way too low. And you know what, by the way, it looks like it's about to be the end of the tour. You survived. Yes, you did. So, look, I think we can have a special thanks for our dear driver, Florian, because it's been quite a great one. Yes. And we both hope, of course, both of us, that you've been having a great tour and a great day with us. So, what we're gonna do is that we're gonna try to get as close as possible from the place where you take the tender again, okay? So that you don't need to do nice and okay, so please, before leaving the bus, please check very carefully you don't forget anything inside. We don't feel strong enough to swim behind your ship to give it back to you, so please check very carefully. Some buses will be coming behind us, okay? So be very careful. You'll have the possibility to make it straight to the tender place. Yes, we'll stop number 1. Look, I look better than this.
You know, it's a French bus when they got a coffee maker on it. Thank you. Looks like we are going to get in a shuttlecraft.
Cheers,
Thank you. We're going to take a shuttlecraft. Yeah. This is fun.
Thank you for sharing. I prefer to face forward rather than, although my luck will turn the.
We just got back from our Cannes, Monaco, Monte Carlo excursion. It got back a little later, well actually a lot later than I guess the cruise anticipated on. So we didn't get time to go to a restaurant and get a reservation. And it was so rainy we had to get changed too. So we're going to end up going to the buffet tonight, which I believe is Asian cuisine night. So yep, we're all dressed ready to go. So we're gonna head out to the Asian cuisine. I'll try and get as much of that buffet on video as I can. And yep, we'll see where the night takes us. Tonight's theme is Asian cuisine night. Soup station. Great. I'll try and show you as much as possible. Generally, all 4 sides are the same. Some of the sides have different options. This side is all desserts. Typically, the desserts do stay the same. Same with the ice creams.
They're fine, that's fine.
Okay, they are changing up the ice creams. Hi there. They also have a soft serve station too. I'm not sure if it's just tonight, but the buffet for tonight, it's Asian cuisine, has a crepe bar. So tonight we're back at the bourbon bar, the malt bar. Maltings bar, thank you. Becoming our favorite bar. Tonight's drinks of choice are the Rusty Nail
and the honey lemonade.
So we were at Maltings getting a nice drink. Then we realized what time it was, and we have an early excursion tomorrow. It's actually been moved forward, possibly because the excursion we had tonight got back so late. So we decided to cut the night short and head back to the room. And so that was a fun, full day in Cannes, Monaco, and Monte Carlo. But for tomorrow, we got an early day in Rome, Italy. So, but that's going to be for another video. So with that, thank you for watching. That being said, this adventure is over. Until next one, hasta la bye-bye.